Well, let's see how much further we can get in this. I think we'll be able to finish it this time around. So I was, speaking of heat. Whoa, a bunch of noise. Yeah, of course. You fucker. See, that's the problem with this thing. Right now I'm in game, and I've got to fucking go back over to the miracast program, and yeah, it crashed. Cool. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. It was really cool of you to do that to me. Alright. Hopefully it's fucking working now. Yeah, because it restarts Mudrunner whenever I fucking... so I'm going to complain a little bit. It never boots directly into the game. It always boots to the main menu whenever you change windows. And I'll have to sit here and do this like 6 or 7 fucking times in a row. Because even though I have this application enabled to run in the background, it fucking closes. Miraplug being the application I'm referring to. Hey, it worked actually on the second try. I'm fucking... Maybe I'm the asshole for expecting it to work and then going to bitch about it and then it just suddenly works. I don't know. I'm just what you would call jaded. Oops. Oh, guess what crashed again? The miracast crashed. Let's just kind of turn that back on. I don't even know how long you guys were looking at this screen. What do you mean, please wait? Are you fucking... Am I high? Are you high? Who's high here? Please try another data cable if it still failed to mirror. What are you talking about? Oh. Okay, so the device locked up. Hey, it fucking paired, finally. Just had to restart my fucking miracast device. This is the problem with, like, screen capture, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It is extremely random when it does or doesn't work. It's a coin flip, really. Is it working? Or is it going to close the app in the background again? And then is my device going to soft lock at the same time? Yep, and the application in the background closed. Okay, dude, this is fucking annoying. Please wait. Yes, I thought we were casting. What is the fucking problem here? Yep. Fucking restart my map for me, motherfucker. It's really fucking... It's so frustrating I can't even fucking curse correctly. It's fucking some bullshit my son would say, and he's almost 4 years old. Okay, so yeah, this is really fucking annoying. So it's one of the problems with doing YouTube with devices that don't like natively support fucking screen capture. You know, like the phone here, or I got a project with a DS Lite going on. The problem with that is, you know, I don't have the skills to make this work, like to program something and then put it together and then assemble it and then create an interface device. No, I have to buy stuff that other people have used. The problem with that is not enough people that give feedback use these things. So, and on top of that, what compounds this is I'm cheap. So I bought the cheapest miracast I could find, which was a miracast plug. It's on Amazon. It's $20. And so my phone, I had a fucking awesome phone. It was called a Moto 5G. Literally, that's what it's called. Fantastic phone. It was huge, but, you know, whatever. Had it for a month, got killed on it riding my motorcycle. It took a fucking gas tank to the screen in my pocket. I had it in my right pocket when I got hit. And I'm pretty sure that if my phone wasn't there, my leg would have broke completely in half and severed my artery, because my phone was right there. So, and it still worked when I woke up, which was fantastic. So, that phone was great. I threw it on the ground once and broke the screen because I was super pissed off about T-Mobile's cell phone, or lack of cellular service consistency. That issue persists through this phone as well. So I asked my girl to go get me a new phone because the one I had was, like, actually fucking up while I was in the hospital. It was my only way to communicate with people because the hospital landline that I had was, like, per minute, some crazy shenanigans, like 30 cents a minute or something like that, which was stupid expensive, even by phone standards, from back in the fucking late 90s and early 2000s. That's really expensive. And I'm just like, I am too fucked up to know anybody's phone number other than Jesse's. Like, they'll give me one free phone call, and I understand it ain't a charity, but the amount of fucking money you spend on hospital bills in America, you would think that they would give you something, anything, so that you can call out and be like, hey, I need help outside of the hospital. Because what if I had no way for them to contact somebody? Like, my employer didn't have a landline for them to call my dad, my sister, and my girlfriend. What if I hadn't listed that at my employer's? Would they have, I don't know what they'd have done. So where I'm going with this is, I needed a phone, and I asked my girlfriend to go get me a new phone. I gave her all of my money. She didn't shop around, and I understand she's panicked. She's trying to get it done as fast as possible. She went to the first T-Mobile store that she could find and bought a Samsung Galaxy A32. And way overpaid for it. So it ended up costing me like $360, which was outrageously expensive for what this piece of crap is capable of. Dude, this phone doesn't even come with Samsung DeX. Like, I ain't complaining about Jessica doing this. I wish she had the foresight to shop around a little bit and go to a different T-Mobile store, hit a couple. I mean, she had my money and I wasn't going nowhere. I was in good hands. I was in care. The hospital has already called her before, so she didn't need, like, to urgently do this. The only person freaking out at this point was me. Because, again, I'm in the hospital with nothing to do other than be stoned on my ass in a place I don't know what's going on, So I understand she just bought the phone and came back. I had the money to afford it, but this fucking Samsung phone, coupled with T-Mobile's service, is trash. This phone, even if you allow applications in the background to run, that you just watched, me having to reopen this thing, 4 times now? And with that whole story being said, I want to roll back to I understand that this wasn't designed to do this. I understand I bought the cheapest fucking HDMI to USB capture plug that I have. I understand that I have this hooked up to a really cheap HDMI video capture chip. But it really is fucking annoying not having the skill to be able to program this, build it myself, and get it to fucking work. I bought an Android TV that I thought was powerful enough based on specs that I'd seen all over the internet to run this game. 2 problems with that was, it wasn't, number 1. And number 2, this game doesn't work without a touchscreen. You have to have the touchscreen, set up, or you have to plug in an Xbox One or PS4 controller. An official one. Rolling back to the whole where I'm cheap part, my Xbox One, I don't play that with an official controller. Like, so, and my PS4 controller is, you know, somewhere. I don't know where that's at. And it doesn't work on top of that. The battery needs to be replaced. I've got the battery, I got the controller, I don't know where any of that shit is at. So, even if it did work, I couldn't fucking play it. So, and that would have been the easiest way to do this. That would have been the easiest way to capture this, would have been through that Android TV, because it is an HDMI out Android device. It was running Android 9. It has an Amlogic S905X 3. Some kind of GPU. I don't know. I'm just complaining at this point. Got a lot going on. I don't need to complain anymore, really. It just sucks. I just need to do stuff that's fun without having it break, and just drop it when it stops and fucking move on, because this combined with having to go through more surgery again and, you know, stuff.